Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. All right, before we get started with Bitcoin today, we're going to look at Bitcoin. We're looking at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. We are looking at, I have the symbol right here checked. So we're looking at the general Bitcoin symbol across various exchanges, I guess. Not sure which ones. And I just want to point out, look at this right here. Look at this leverage right here. It's 64,000. My phone, it doesn't always show. The little box doesn't always show up on my phone. What are you people thinking? This is not safe. Not safe at all. Look at, they just came up here, liquidated those long shorts, and had turned right back around, and are going to come back down here and liquidate you guys at 64,000. And maybe even 63,000. Who knows? Okay? The liquidations are not over. There's going to be huge volatility over the next weeks, month, maybe. I don't know. So don't do crazy ass shit. All right? The longs, I mean, not the longs, the whales, the exchanges, the market makers, whoever, they are hunting. They're hunting for your Bitcoin. They're going to shake up this market, and wreck as many people as they can, because we are about to pump to the moon. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. In June, I think. Maybe in May. But more probably in June. And until then, it's going to be a lot of shaking and baking going on. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's get into Bitcoin. So here we are looking at the Bitcoin US dollar index on the weekly time frame, and I want to go over, as I want to drill this in your head, the series of parallel channels I have in pink, and in particular the one in white, that go way back through the history of Bitcoin. All the way back to here, the white one goes. Look at the weekly candle closes right here at our 2013 high here. Weekly candle close, and the next week, I guess it opened there, went all the way up there, and came back down here. So, but wow, man, imagine living 54 that week, from 262 all the way down to 54. Freaking crazy ass times back then. You think we got it bad now? Wow. So, anyway, Bitcoin has clearly interacted with the various, now on a weekly time base. This one's a little bit off for some reason. I don't know. Just keep changing. But you can clearly look how this acted as support here. And you can stack more channels on top of this, I'm sure, and you'll see even more interaction with the channels. Here, note how we rode. Try to follow the cursor, not the little white dot on the screen, if there is one. Anyway, now there you go. Anyway, I've gone over this time and time again, and you can clearly see the interaction with these channels and how Bitcoin has traded at this slope and within these channels on various levels. Now, every time, note, before our parabolic bull run, the interaction with this white channel acted as resistance, danced around in it a couple weeks, and then boom, once we exploded out of the white channel, to the moon. That was back in 2013. Here, we saw rejection off the white channel. Rejection, tried to get into it a little bit, but got rejected. Came up to it here. The next week, we stayed in it. Once we broke through to the moon, almost, but we had like a correction here. Came right down to the top of that white channel. and then didn't look back after that in 2017. Here in 2019, traded in this channel. Once we left the channel, what happened? We again went back up, came down, retested it, and to the moon. No! Oh, again, no, not to the moon. And we came back up here, came back down, retested the top of the white channel, and then something really crazy happened, and that was COVID. The world was coming to an end, and we crashed. But had that not happened, probably would have gone to the moon right here. So this whole portion added some time into Bitcoin, which might not have been there. That's from February 24th of 2020 to October. It added like a whole over half a year. So when people are saying things are happening more rapidly this time around, you got to consider that's a whole extra over half a year that has been added to the chart and added to this cycle that probably wouldn't have happened. We probably would have seen this double top shifted over into like this probably would have been like October and April. So I think that's why we're gonna, this is off the topic of what I want to discuss today, but I think that's why we are going to see probably a high here towards the end of the year, November-ish, and then a dump, and then probably another high in April, May 25. That's what I'm thinking. So, but that's not really neither here nor there. Where we are at today here on the weekly time frame is we are back within this white channel. And we've fallen out. I'm going to switch to a daily time frame now. The green line here is the bottom of the white channel. So we've come through the bottom and are back in the white channel once again. And I think we will stay here for a little while before finally breaking out here in June. That's been my whole hypothesis forever, for like about a year or so, almost maybe. So, and it seems to be playing out. Now these dashed lines I've gone over time and time again, but I will refresh your memories, are the daily Gaussian channel. They represent where the daily Gaussian channel or the Gaily Gaussian channel has been, and because it's green, it's happy, and estimates of where I think it may go, but that changes, and I adjust these every few days or so, because there's no way of telling where this is going to happen. You have to wait till the price action dictates where it's going to go. So let's turn those off for now. Typically, when Bitcoin does enter the Gaussian channel, we come down to sometimes the mean band here, which is more yellowish. Sometimes we come down to the bottom, and sometimes we come all the way through the bottom. But usually we don't get that far outside the Gaussian channel. If we do, usually it's like a wick down, or in a bull trend, let's say. In a bear market, if the Gaussian channel is going the other way and it's like red, then yeah, we can come down a lot further, but not in the place and time that we're in right now. So this blue line, vertical line, is the halving that we just had. And so thus far, price action has not come quite all the way down to the bottom of the Gaussian channel. And it doesn't have to. This could be the bottom. Could very well be the bottom. We come up here, maybe retest the top, come back down to the mean band, and then move on and upwards. onwards and upwards, and shoot out the top of the green channel that I have here on the screen. Green channel, green triangle, I should say. Now, that's another thing. You see these two green arrows here? They indicate contact points on this green channel. A lot of people were talking about a symmetric triangle here, and that obviously is not. Well, there was and is a symmetric triangle here, but it was just a part of this ascending triangle that we are currently in. Now, we have fallen out the bottom of this ascending triangle, and I pointed out that because that the ascending this one that we're looking at right here, right here, let's just can I hide that? Let's hide that for a second. Might not be the actual one. It may be. There, it's yellow now. That's the bottom of our white, whatever color it seems to be, whether you have your blue blocker on or not. I have mine on, so it's yellow. So it may very well be the base of our ascending triangle, and that this is just a fake out to the bottom, and that we continue oscillating in here and break out. Could very well be, and it would fall in line with what typically happens in the Gaussian channel, what typically happens in these ascending triangles, and yeah. However, we are about to pump here, and let me see if I have I should have them. I do have them, but they are kind of fuchsia colored, not blue, like our most current. Well, we got to go way back in time. Here, this is the 2020 halving. And remember, we're on a daily time frame. So we did have this big dump into the halving to shake out the leverage in the weak hands and suck up all the Bitcoins they could. And this was... you know what? That's only 20% dump. We've done that pretty much. Did we have any other dumps following? We did have the COVID. Oh, no, that was here. That's right. That was prior to the halving. You know what? It would make sense that we did not have a big flush here because we already had it here. Everything was flushed out of the system. That makes a lot of sense. That just dawned on me right now. Let's go back to the previous halving right here. We didn't, well, we had a flush here. But I guess they just did not think that was enough. And let's see, that was July 9th, 2016, the halving. And just a few weeks later, we had this big dump. And I don't know if maybe some outside world, global thing caused this dump. You know what? I should look on the S&P 500 and see if it's has something similar. 28.29% dump. And then, well, we had a lot of big moves there before our parabolic run. So that was way after the halving. Man, oh man, it certainly was. Well, arguably, after this dump, we did kind of start heading upwards at a pretty nice rate and had a couple of huge dumps right there before. Yeah, that was crazy. Man, that must have been so insane back then. I don't think we're going to get that big of dumps right now. When was our other halving back here? Do I have it marked off? I don't even know if I have it marked off. I think maybe I only have those two. I guess so. Wait, no, I gotta have it in 2012, right? 2016, 2012. Did I not go back far enough? Yeah, I probably didn't go back far enough. Oh, no, I guess I don't have it marked off. All right, so I don't. So as I was saying, I don't think we're gonna get as big of dumps as we have in the past because the Wall Street boys are in now. I'm sure they were in back then too, but their customers are in now, and they need Bitcoin to look presentable to the world. So none of these crazy ass dumps. And if we do have them, I bet they're going to occur on the weekends. So I don't, unless of course Iran blows up Israel or something. You know, can't really. Maybe they plan it for a weekend. I don't know. So here we are in current times, and now we've had kind of this dump, but it's not one of those really shake. I just have this feeling that we're gonna get a bigger wick down, where they're gonna take out people that are not expecting it and think that they're safe. Um, and I may be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but I've de-risked myself way down to under 40,000 because I just have I don't know. I don't know. And I think that is really, like I said, I am a conservative trader in this risky market. So I don't think there's any chance in hell we could come all the way down here, but um I'm not going to lose everything just cuz I don't think that this is possible. It's not worth it. And it wouldn't be everything, but it would be a lot. It would be a significant loss. So I'm not gonna get too risky here. Um, Now, what I said could possibly happen thus far. It's very possible. But I'm gonna put some other stuff on the chart now. All right, I'm having trouble operating my object tree from my phone, but it's really cool, and I find this amazing. Oh man, the simplest things just fascinate me. Um, I can play on my computer. You know what? My cursor doesn't work it doesn't show up on the phone. But what I can do, I can change things on my object tree on my computer, and it shows up on my phone just like this. Watch, look at that. So we're in a downtrend in this parallel channel right now, currently. And although we've pumped up here, yep, look what we've done. We had this nice, huge, look at this nice long wick right here on this daily time frame on Friday. All got bought up. Bitcoin all got bought up to this level. And it appears that it is getting bought up to around 63 and a half, 64. Yeah, looks like a lot of people are going whoosh, whoosh, thank you guys, thank you for your Bitcoin. And however we are just doing this in this channel, up and down and up. If we do not clear 67, the upper 67, 68, and go through the top of the daily Gaussian channel, it's a good chance we still come back down. If we get a rejection, specifically tonight or tomorrow at 67, I think we will. Probably. Oh, wait. This is Sunday already. This would be Monday. It's so hard being on world time and my time, too. It's crazy. But say on Monday, we come up and get a rejection at 67 and a half, 68, maybe even 69. Get a rejection, come back down in this channel. Guess what? Good chance we come all the way down, and then you'll see us hit the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel, which would be next week down around 59 something, and possibly shoot out the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel down to 57. Well, about 58,000. And that would be, the best case scenario if we did see a rejection in this channel. But what I'm proposing is that now this fuchsia colored line here represents the FOMC meeting coming up on April 30 days has September, April, June 30, April 30th and May 1st. That's how you can figure out how many days are in the month, right? So April 30th and May 1st is the FOMC meeting, and this is when Powell speaks on this line right here. And what do we do typically into FOMC meetings? Every single time we dump down into FOMC meetings. And here is another one in June. June 11th and 12th is our next FOMC meeting after that. And then I believe that we will start our parabolic bull run afterwards. Now, you'll see in a minute that could be extended all the way into July, maybe even with the current state of our economy and stuff like that. Depending on, you know what? I got to add to this chart the CPI data releases. I'll do that for next time because we need to look at those. We need to keep an eye on those. Actually, let me find out when that is right now. All right, I just looked them up, and this is crazy. So this upcoming FOMC meeting, we will not get another CPI release before that. The next one is May 15th, right here, the yellow vertical line. And the one after that, this is big, is on June 12th, the same day as the second day of the FOMC meeting, the day that Powell speaks and tells everybody they will not get the CPI data until that morning. Well, I mean, they will probably get it the night before or something like, or who knows? I don't know. They'll get it ahead of time, but it won't be released until the same morning that Powell speaks on June 12th. This is freaking amazing, and it's probably going to be good, and it's going to pump the market. That's the start of the parabolic run. See how things play out? That's crazy. So this makes much more sense now that we will dump into this meeting because nobody knows what he's going to do, or people will just assume he's going to be hawkish for longer and whatever. So good chance we dump into this meeting, and perhaps we'll get good numbers here and pump, and then whatever. So I did play out the best case scenario if we got rejected here at 67, 68-ish, 69. If we did see a rejection, come back down, best case scenario, we go to the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel. Worst case scenario is that we dump, or not, I guess it's not worse, it's worser. The worser case scenario is that we come all the way down here to this bottom and top of these pink parallel channels, where our downward trending parallel channel intersects this parallel channel and the FOMC meeting. And that's about 55, upper 55s, 56K. I think there's a good possibility that that is what is going to happen. And there's a chance. You know what? I don't think we go any down any further. If they wanted to go down further than this, they'd have to go below 50K. And that would be, we could wick all the way down to the bottom of this parallel channel. And that what that would do would be to we have to go to maybe like a 3-month chart. So what that would do would liquidate all these people down, down here, wherever here is. You know what? I got a bad internet connection here. Let's see if this updates. I don't know if it will. I might have to walk into the other room. So I will do that and come back. All right. Well, I can't get a 3-month chart. I got a 6-month chart. And we're looking at CoinGlass liquidation, Bitcoin liquidation heat map. I have model 2 and it's clicked on the symbol here. So you can see I was saying if things really went crazy, if they went below 55, they'd have to come all the way down here to liquidate these people at 50,000. There's a lot there too. That would be like World War III scenario probably, and maybe even down here, something crazy wouldn't happen. That's why I am in this nice little space under 40,000, just for now. Especially since Jamie Dimon said that we're going to go down to 42. Everybody knows what an honest man he is and how his price predictions always play out while he's lining his pockets behind the scenes. Anyway, so too bad I can't pull up a 3-month chart, but maybe you can. But I don't see a lot really under here. So yeah, that's maybe why I'm thinking we would come down here. And that's as far as we would go. Okay, let's get back to whatever else I was talking about. So yeah, if we went down to this line here, that would be 48,000, and that would liquidate those people at 50,000. Wait, let me go back and double check and make sure I know what I'm talking about. Okay, they're under 50. Yeah, see, they're at and under 50, but probably 48 would do it. Yeah, if we came down, there we go. If we came down here, 48 forward probably liquidate a lot of those people. So that might be scary. We see a wick down here, but I think that we would hold. We would close the daily candle here, even if we did get something crazy like that happening. Close the daily candle here or here at 60,000 or at 55,500. Now, I'm going to paint out what I think is a very good possibility coming up, playing out in the next month or so. Now, mind you, that thus far, this this thin green line is the new base of our triangle. And let's see, we didn't quite come down to it yet though, but we do have a contact point here. Now, why I'm thinking that this could be the ultimate base of our ascending triangle is this right here. Okay, we got some significant action there, and this line acting as support right here. pretty solidly. So see, this is the other area where if we did come down to 48, this is also a key support here on this line. These are both major support. So I don't think we would go any further than those. But see, there isn't really a lot of support here, just one candle. So I will be right back. And what I've laid out here is a very possible scenario that we continue downwards to our new base at 55, 56 really. That we come down here over the course of the next couple weeks, and then we bounce just like this. This would be our capitulation wick or whatever, liquidating a lot of people. Might come down here, but ultimately that would be brief, and then come back up here, back into the daily Gaussian channel, get a rejection at the mean band, come back down to the base, come back up here, play pretty much just like this. Heading into the CPI number. Oddly enough, the CPI number is right there. That might pump us up, and then da-da-da-da. I don't know after this. I really only got as far as this, but the rest of the way just kind of guessing that we might then, this would be the fake out. Everybody would think that we're going to the moon here, but we don't. And longs get liquidated here one last time. And then possibly bounce around in here some. Or another scenario would be that we come back down to the base of this triangle one more time. Sometime end of May, early June, for another test at around 60K, 59K. Before then coming back up here and then ultimately busting out. Now what happened to my see, this thing is so weird. My lines keep disappearing. I should have lines right here on June 11th and 12th. This is so weird. Yeah, there should be a line right there on June 12th where my cursor is. That's the CPI data and the FOMC meeting for June. So there you have it. That's a very likely scenario that I see playing out. So like, subscribe, and tell your friends that what's in the mind of this crazy triangle guy.